I have 4 talented animators and they'll be passing one FNAF StopMotion along, each adding their own scenes without ever talking to each other, meaning every animator is completely in the dark and has to interpret the story their own way using only the previous second of the StopMotion. This can easily turn into complete chaos. Now with that said, let's take a look at the prompt. I sent the last second over to Smoe StopMotion. Let's see what he can do.
Guys, I'm Smoe, and I've been a Lego animator and an avid FNAF fan for about 10 years or more. And to start things off, I wanted to take my shot at guessing the prompt for this challenge. The prompt in question might have something to do with the FNAF 3 minigames, particularly the end of night minigame, basically where William Afton dismantles the animatronics. To start my animation off, I wanted to begin my scene with a slow pan towards a dismantled Freddy, who was off-screened by William Afton. And I figured since the initial snippet I was shown had Foxy and Bonnie dismantled, that I would tackle Freddy and Chica's fates. And for the sake of pizzazz, instead of having Chica off-screened by William Afton and having her lifeless corpse have the camera pan towards it slowly like Freddy, I would actually have William Afton take her out on screen. The main reason I did this was just so I wouldn't accidentally throw off the next guy into looping the dismantling scene. First, Chica's scene, I wanted to open it with a wide shot of the main room. Then I made the camera pan over to William, who then ends the scene off with walking out of camera shot, presumably heading to the safe room. I quite honestly love how this turned out, and I can't wait to see the end result. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name's Ignited Motion. I'm assuming you're here for my part, correct? Alright, right this way, please.
This pain different.
So, judging by the clip that was presented to me, I'm guessing that this is a shot of the FNAF 3 minigames as seen by the dead Chica, Afton, the lighting flash, and the deactivated arcade behind him. My idea is to continue the action of Afton walking away. And with that, we move to the process of how I made my shot. See, in a lot of my projects, I implement a tactic where the set is constantly moving with the camera, or sometimes the camera is the thing moving and the set is completely still. And it's moving in such a way that it generates something called continuum of motion. Because there's a lot of stuff in the shot, each of them drawing your attention, and it's all moving, I bet you didn't even notice the 50 other flaws evident in the first 2 seconds of the video. Missing tile boards, Bonnie's moving pieces, his jaw disappearing mid-air as it was kicked, including the transition between shots. All of that happened, you saw it happen, but you saw so much of it that it basically didn't register the action, aside from the plasticine being visible at the front-hand view. That doesn't usually happen. What's also apparent is that because everything is moving, I have grounds to do whatever kind of angle I please while adding a sense of fluidity and dynamic motion to my animation. But that's all I pretty much have to say for commentary. On to the next one.
Hello everybody, my name is not Markiplier but Post-Term Productions, and I've been doing stop motion animation for around about 10 years. So after looking at what I had to work with, I noticed 3 main things. The first one being, the guy in this animation has a purple shirt with a yellow badge, which my mind immediately went to Purple Guy since that's his famous sprite. Secondly, is if you look at the bottom left of the shot where he's looking into a hallway, it looks to see the McFarlane figure of Freddy Fazbear laying down. So I figured this is the famous spring locking scene from the Five Nights at Freddy's 3 minigames. So then I needed to figure out what was I going to make my animation actually of. The part I was given implied that Ignited's part ended with him walking towards Bonnie, and so I just made that the shot. I made him pick up Bonnie's head, Wither Golden Freddy appears from behind him, that scares William Afton, and so he starts running into his room that has the Spring Bonnie, and I decided to have the last shot be of just him looking at Spring Bonnie. Overall, I'm very happy with how my animation turned out, and I'm excited to see how the full animation comes out. Well, on to the next animator.
Hello, this is Jolly Films. The clip that I was given was this one where at first I thought it was a plush trap, but then I realized that because the legs are withered, this is probably Spring Bonnie. And also because someone is walking towards the suit, I settled for the idea that this is Purple Guy becoming Springtrap, and so I made the scene based off that. I made 3 setups. Because of changing plans, I found myself running short on time, so I used the parts in service room wall. I turned it around for different shots. There was also a setback where I couldn't find every piece for Springtrap, and so I used a chest piece from Phantom Freddy, and I used a Shadow Bonnie foot, and the bow looked like the movies kind of. For the confrontation scene, I turned around the floor so that it could have a background while easily changing the scene. I also made the final clip much darker so that the details in the background weren't as noticeable. I also thought the darkness also gave the scene its seriousness that needed. Now there is a chance that this could be FNAF 6, but I mean, what can I do? And it could be funny, so I can't wait to see what this will turn out to be. And thanks. Yeah.
Okay, you guys all ready to look at the prompt? Oh, the full video, I should say. Okay, we all ready to go?
Ready to go?
Okay, let's go. Here we
I
go.
need a piece.
You need a pee?
No.
What? Okay, let's go.
Running. Oh no.
Smoe knows what I'm talking about.
Up.
I can tell this is slow. Oh, that's
This,
fire.
oh no. Yep. And I hate that part. I hate that part that I did.
Oh, that was such
That was such a. My camera angle was so bad, and I decided to zoom in and just go wee.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
That's
Oh,
fire,
shit.
actually.
That was fire, except me accidentally starting it.
Actually, what's the story?
Those transitions were actually like really good. In all those
Yes.
transitions were really good.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you would like to see every animator featured in this video, you can find them in the description. And while you're down there, make sure to like and subscribe if you would like to see more challenge videos like this. And I'll see you all in the next video.